الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته Alhamdulillah Jazakallah for everyone coming on board once again with 13 Rivers Community Show. We are streaming live to all our community activists and community groups and members out there who are watching us today. Thank you for coming on board. Please everybody, can you share the links and kind of like spread the message out. Today, inshallah, we're going to try and bring you a very special show. It's a warm-up today. We're doing a warm-up to the big day that's taking place this coming Friday, inshallah. We have our live appeal that will take place this Friday, inshallah, Channel S, and we will be also streaming live in order to get your help and support as well. Alhamdulillah, last couple of weeks, we've been kind of addressing various different topics and discussion and introducing you to key community activists and people on the ground who are actually involved in community activism. What we will do today is we're going to look at our response to the UK food poverty winter food program, inshallah. As you're probably aware that because due to COVID-19, with the lockdowns and with the measures that the government has placed on businesses, on our communities, with social movements, it has been very diabolical and very difficult for many people as well, and also those who have been hit very hard with their livelihood. There is a humongous growth in poverty in the UK, and there are places where people are actually are struggling in order to meet ends with food. So inshallah, as an organization, we are prioritizing and focusing on distributing hot meals to people, inshallah, especially targeting East London, that is Tower Hamlet, Newham and Redbridge area. So inshallah, we'll be telling you a little bit more about that a bit later on. But once again, with me, I've got Brother Abu Mumin, my co-presenter here. Inshallah, Brother Abu, are you here?
Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, I'm here and I'm ready when you are with the warm-ups and rapid fire questions around the topic, inshallah.
Fantastic. And as you can see, we have Brother Yusuf Khan below with us. He's right beneath me. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Yusuf.
Alaikum assalam. How are you, brother?
Jazakallah, mashallah. Just like to inform everyone that he's actually from our Muslim Burial Fund team. Inshallah, he'll be representing our Muslim Burial Fund. He'll give us a bit more insight to some of the amazing work that he's doing with his team, and also some of the challenges that he's facing as well. And I am very aware that every week he receives a case, and he's actually responding as quickly as possible. And Jazakallah to all our brothers and sisters who are actually responding with their help and support, especially the financial support. And these are the people who are very, very vulnerable, very much so that they need your help and support, as they have no one, and if they have passed away, it is responsibility for us to actually prepare for their burial services. And Brother Yusuf will explain that a little bit more later on. We've also got a very beloved brother with us, mashallah, Brother Dawood. He's right there. He's one of our Eden Care volunteers. Mashallah, Dawood, welcome to our show once again.
Assalamualaikum.
Can I also, just a quick correction, Abjol, he's a volunteer and he is one of our patrons.
Wow, mashallah.
For 13 Rivers Trust. So all of our work, alhamdulillah. And also, what I want to say is, if anybody who's watching and you want to contribute to the show, please call us in. The number will be on the screen. And we want some callers as well, inshallah. You can see it's 0208 123 4507, inshallah.
Yes, and the other big help we need everyone to do is we want you to share this link. So if you're watching us, please share it. Let other people have the opportunity to contribute, and also become aware of some of the good work that the 13 Rivers Trust is actually doing with the various different programs, Eden Care, Muslim Burial. Mashallah, we'll explain a little bit about some of the work that we're doing abroad as well. But more importantly, if we want to engage, then this is one of the best ways to do so, and we would like your help in doing so. All you got to do is share it on Facebook, and if you've got links to Instagram and then you want to then share it on WhatsApp, please do so. Yeah, so we're looking to reach as widely as possible. We want to see if we can reach Manchester, Birmingham, Wales, wherever you are, Scotland. We really want to be able to reach it, because Eden Care and Muslim Burial is very, very unique. I think it's one of the most unique programs that we have. I think it's very exclusive, and it's probably the only one. Brother Obey can probably correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think, far as I know, it's the only one in the UK, and it's an essential, crucial service that needs to be provided. Otherwise, we as a community, as a Muslim community, will be sinful for that. So that responsibility, that duty has been taken on board by the key brothers and sisters and the volunteers, the trustees who are actually helping and supporting for us to be able to reach you, so that you can then reach others, so that we can serve and help those who are, desperately at need as well. So I think before we actually go to Abu Bay, let's watch our first clip, inshallah, and that will give our new viewers an opportunity to find out a little bit more about what we do, and a little bit more of our background. So inshallah, let's look at that clip. And while we watch the clip, please, I'll give you a chance for everyone to now share as widely as possible, whatever little clicks you can make, and that gains more and more people to watch and learn from us. You'll get the reward for that, inshallah. Jazakallah.
Every soul shall taste death. Eden Care provides end-of-life and burial support to those who are vulnerable. Eden Care has been befriending those who are reaching end of life and have supported burials across the UK since 2015. We support vulnerable people who need that extra social, emotional, and spiritual help. We befriend the sick in hospitals, hospices, and in private homes. Many Muslims struggle with burial costs, including new Muslims with little or no family support. An average burial in the UK can cost over £3,000. Eden Care have supported victims of the Grenfell Tower tragedy and their families with burial support. Help us continue to befriend the sick on your behalf, so we can empower those who yearn for your kindness and warmth. Those who long for that feeling of being loved and not left alone or isolated during sickness. Eden Care UK provides a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week rapid response service to those who are isolated and reaching end of life or are in need of burial support. Since 2015, Eden Care UK has assisted people with legal covers, Grenfell fire victims, people with end-of-life support, and people with burial support. Help us provide new Muslims with free legal advice, so new Muslims are not forgotten during their time of need. The greatest gift you can give someone is your time, love, and concern. Donate to Eden Care's Muslim Burial Fund and perform that simple act of kindness. And continue to help your brothers and sisters from the cradle to the grave.
لا إله إلا الله 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 لا
Visit us at edencareuk.com. A simple act of kindness. Like, subscribe, and share this video.
Jazakallah, and welcome back. That was just kind of like an introduction, a very quick summary visually for you to be able to see what is actually happening with the service that we're providing. As you can see, the volunteers at the forefront taking those cases on and actually making sure that it's done properly according to Sunnah. And henceforth, we're able to fulfill one of our biggest obligations in that. With this, I just want to remind everyone that we're in this responsibility actually is for all of us. And I think having an organization that helps us to kind of fulfill that responsibility is actually taking that bit of a burden off every individual. Now, that doesn't mean that we all can sit there idly and kind of like kind of like not make that contribution. I think all of us should do our best to contribute. And today you're going to start by contributing, by making an intention to find out more about Eden Care Muslim Burial, the work that we do. If you've got any questions or any areas that you would like clarification on, or you would like to get involved and help out, then today's a day for you to be able to do that. At the moment, I can see we have a certain amount of people who are actually watching us. Please, can you send us a message to kind of confirm that you're actually watching us so that we can kind of see you, and we can also read out the messages as well. Yeah. So we want to make this interactive. The telephone number is 0208 1234 507. Please call us, ask us, give us any questions or opinions, how we can improve our service, and what can we do to kind of like get a wider reach. Now, currently, we need your help to kind of help us now, and that is by sharing. So if you can get people to share, if you can share and get others to share, then we'll be able to communicate this message wider. So let's move really quickly to Abu Bay. Well, all yours to warm our guests today.
Okay, right. Yusuf Bhai and Dawood, you know, you're on the show first time. You're probably feeling a bit nervous. The idea is to warm you guys up, and people who are watching on social media, you can also try to answer these questions. So first, warm-up question to Dawood. What's your favorite COVID-19 lockdown exercise?
Walking around.
Walking around in your flat, or in the park?
Inside the house or outside? Because if it's COVID, you have to inside. So.
Okay, all right. And Yusuf Bhai, what's your favorite COVID-19 lockdown exercise?
Exercise. All right.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, honestly speaking, we have been so busy with the Muslim Burial Fund and other stuff. So
Oh dear.
Couldn't get much exercise apart from bit of warm up here and there at home.
Okay, then just out of interest, I know Abjol is going to ask you, how many burial referrals did you get in the last 7 days?
All right. Okay. Last 7 days.
Okay, Yusuf Bhai, I'm gonna hold you, yeah, because I give priority to the caller. So we've got a caller. So let's go to the caller. If you don't mind, Yusuf Bhai. Yes, Assalamu alaikum, caller.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Your name, brother, and where are you calling from? Because I haven't worked out your voice yet.
I'm sure you will. This is Habib. I'm calling from Brentford.
Oh, okay. MashaAllah, brother Habib. Jazakallah for your participation. MashaAllah, you're the first on the call.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, Jazakallah khairan brothers. Alhamdulillah, you guys are doing a fantastic show. It is important, especially in this climate, and we've just faced a massive pandemic, and unfortunately, a lot of vulnerable people lost their lives. It's not just the vulnerable people, even some young ones also lost their lives. And I think the Muslim Burial Fund and Eden Care, alhamdulillah, providing the service, they're actually doing the work on behalf of the Ummah, and we really appreciate that. I just want to sort of know from
Habib Bhai, before you ask that question, yeah, you just said something so striking that I never thought of that. You said basically we are doing this work for the Ummah. Okay, now that's a very, very powerful kind of like
on behalf of the Ummah. On behalf of the Ummah.
Yeah, on behalf of the Ummah. You know, because it's like we're representing the Ummah, because there is a massive gap, and this organization has just filled that gap. Now, you know, before you ask that question, my question to all our viewers out there, yeah, why are we not involved with it? Why are we not involved with such an important organization that's providing the most important service, inshallah? That's a question for everyone else. Habib Bhai, your question.
Yeah, my question is, and I think it will be quite beneficial for all the other viewers as well, is if you can clarify the process, how people get involved with Eden Care Muslim Burial Fund in terms of their need, especially obviously end-of-life support and the burial support. If you can elaborate that, I think that will be quite useful for a lot of viewers, and they can actually take a note of that. And the other thing is, we do know the burial cost is really hiking. How Eden Care or Muslim Burial Fund support those families who are financially struggling?
Okay.
And the cost as well, I think it might be quite useful to sort of shed some light on, inshallah.
No, Jazakallah. Very, very valuable question. Now, Alhamdulillah, are you going to stay online, or are you going to? If you stay online, then we'll try and get the answers as well. But before we get that answered, Yusuf Bhai, can you quickly give us a summary explanation of Eden Care? Okay, or someone give an explanation of Eden Care, and then someone give explanation of Muslim burial, because obviously there is a two process here, inshallah, and then address the question.
I can explain Muslim Burial Fund, inshallah. If that's okay. Now let Brother Abu.
Okay, Yusuf Bhai, if you hold it there, let's get Brother Abu to explain Eden Care, yeah, because I think there is a transition here.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, the work of Eden Care is primarily supporting people who are reaching end stages of life, or they're terminally ill. They are isolated in their homes. This is before COVID-19 came in. We were visiting people in hospital when they weren't getting any visits. These are people who really don't have strong family ties, and we were on behalf of the community going and visiting them. We would give them 3 wish lists. For example, it could be regular visits, it could be burial planning, it could be just visiting or organizing social program, or in some cases organizing mediation if there were conflicts between family members. I mean, with some of the burial referral, we find that there are no family members. So there are lots and lots of people who don't have family in the UK, unfortunately. We also, with Eden Care, we've started the COVID support, telephone befriending support, also the PPE equipment that we've provided. And lastly, we're going to do the winter warm food program through Eden Care.
Abu Wait, very quickly, yeah, why is it important to have this befriending through the phone?
You know, we received a call only 2 days ago. Our befriender said there's an elderly sister who does not have good connection with her children. She's from the Muslim community. She's living alone. She recently has got COVID-19. She's very worried. She's worried that she might die. She's worried that she won't get anybody to visit. So what we do, we call her on a regular basis to reassure her that we are here to help and support her as much as we can provide. So it's a weekly or twice a week sort of contact from the community to people like that. Other people, they're feeling suicidal, they have had mental health problems, and if you are a mental health sufferer, and during this COVID lockdown is very, very difficult for many of the people that we are supporting. We're supporting at the moment with our telephone support line about 35 people, and we're getting lots and lots of referral, and it's becoming very difficult to manage at times. But we haven't stopped. We've continued to offer that support even during the time of restrictions.
No, Jazakallah, because it's very important that we get our viewers to understand the process that's taking place. People just think, oh, Eden Care, and then it's just burying, yeah? There is a lot of work happening, a lot of work that needs to happen, and these are essential support services that an individual needs. Yusuf Bhai, yeah, tell us about what happens from your stage.
Thank you, Brother Abjol. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa man wala. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Yeah, so basically, Muslim Burial Fund was established by 13Rivers Trust early 2014, which was inspired by Peter Chatfield, named later Said Islam, who basically Eden Care buried. That's when the Muslim Burial Fund was founded. Alhamdulillah. Since then, we have, with the support of the community, we have buried 304 Lawaris Muslims in UK. And Alhamdulillah, since April, since the COVID started, we buried 89, around 89, that sort of figure. So Alhamdulillah, it's been really helpful, this project. Recently we buried a Syrian refugee brother who was trying to go back to France, and he sort of drowned in the English Channel. Unfortunately, he was a young man and who drowned and who passed away. So in terms of the people that we mainly support, is mainly people, those who are our Laoris, people that has very financial limited finance, and some people that have very limited family. I mean, this week alone we had 4 referrals, and we are dealing with them, and we will be sort of appealing to the community for the funds to bury them. And inshallah, we plan to go on Channel S this Friday to raise funds to carry out the funerals. Now, the cost is increasing every year. Average cost is around 3,900, 4,000. Places like Midlands cost more than £4,000.
Wow.
4,500, 4,700 is very expensive in Midlands. So as you can see, the money is needed to carry out these funerals. And,
can I just add? Can I just add, Yusuf bhai? Sorry, I'm going to just interject quickly. We received, we buried a young brother who got murdered last year. His name is Amara.
Yes.
And we helped his mother. His mother was alone in the UK. They're from France, and there were issues that she had to leave France and come. And only this week, social services contacted us that Amara's mother was found dead at home. She's been dead for 1 week, and basically they requested our help. Inshallah, we're going to try our best to help Amara's mother. And the other services that Muslim Burial Fund provide are legal will service for revert Muslims. We also have a Muslim burial register for people who don't have anyone to bury them. So they put their name down on that register, do all the paperwork. And if you know anyone, please ask the revert community or people who don't have anyone to contact us, and we'll put them on that list, inshallah.
I've actually spoke to the family of Amara's mom today. Yes, so she's going through postmortem. So inshallah, we will be helping them. We're liaising with the social services in Newham, as well as one of their distant family member. So hopefully within a week, we should be able to obtain their body and carry out their funeral, inshallah.
Okay, Yusuf bhai, a very quick question, yeah? If, for example, let's say we did not have this service, Eden Care and Muslim Burial, and these family or these individuals are going through very, very tough, difficult situations where they passed away. If there is no financial means to help and support them, there is no organization like us supporting them, what are the consequences? What will happen to that body?
Okay, now the authority, they keep the body for a certain period of time, then they cremate the body. So this is what happens.
So I mean, the body will be cremated.
Body will be cremated, regardless either it's a Muslim or non-Muslim. If the body is not claimed by anyone, then the body gets cremated. So as you can see, I mean, this work is for the kifaya upon the Muslims. And if a group of people come forward and carry out the work, then everyone else should support, inshallah.
Abu Bhai, before we started this journey, this program and this service, yeah, were you aware of like bodies being cremated before?
We actually prevented quite a number of people who are Muslims who were scheduled to be cremated. There have been, we don't know, but there have been, and we try our best not to have these bodies of Muslims cremated. So we try to work with multiple partners. with local authorities, with the coroners, with and many of them contact us either for befriending somebody who is terminally ill, or they contact us for burial support, and we've obliged. That's why in such a short period of time we've buried so many people. There have been also instances where revert Muslims who have been cremated because the families they haven't done the will service, and we've about 24 reverts have been either given Christian burial, cremation, and it's really sad. We've tried, there have been instances where we had to pray Salatul Janaza in a chapel, and then a Christian burial would follow because all the legal rights we do not have. That's why we give a lot of emphasis on doing the will service as soon as possible.
Jazakallah. Well, let's go to Brother Dawood. Dawood, are you there?
Yeah.
MashaAllah, Dawood. Very quickly. Obviously, you're a brother who's actually, accepted the Deen, and MashaAllah, you're a practicing Muslim now. Yeah. How important is it, this service, especially from your perspective? If we didn't have this service, how would you feel?
I feel a bit bad because I've signed that rule that I can get buried as a Muslim. If I didn't have that, my family, obviously they won't, but they could change their mind and that they could bury me as a Christian. And I'm worried about that. And that's one thing that I'm happy about, that I've now got it written down on the will that I would be married as a Muslim, and that he didn't care who would help me out.
Dawood was one of the first people to take out the will service. And inshallah, I hope Yusuf, we got all the paperwork for him. So yeah. So
I would make sure someone close to you have a copy as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
No, no, that is a really, really important aspect. Getting the will, inshallah. Yeah. Very quickly.
Yeah.
We're gonna now quickly move on to basically watch another clip, and that clip will give us a little bit more background, more of a graphic kind of like a visual opportunity to see what we're really doing. Yeah, so let's go to our second clip, please.
Eden Care UK is a friendly intervention service providing support to people who are terminally ill reaching end of life. We advocate for a high quality of care and enhanced life choices, and challenge the isolation of elderly people through friendship and social activities. This service would not be possible without your support. Please donate edencareuk.com or call 07957 199 328.
Well, very simple, brothers and sisters. If you like what we're doing, if you think it's important, if you think it's part of your Islamic duty to kind of provide help and support. I know, kind of like directly, some people might not feel comfortable. A lot of burial, a lot of people dying. I know it's quite traumatic for those volunteers who are actually providing that service. But you can do quite a lot from behind the scenes. On social media. By just even sharing this, by even communicating this to other people, attracting other people to come and watch this will actually help us. Obviously, we will make an appeal. We do want to make an appeal to the wider community, because this is surely based on the funding and donations that we get from our communities, inshallah. Our communities have been very giving, inshallah. Yeah. So let's go back to our guests. Dawood, how important is it for us to actually fundraise in order to help these people when they're in these circumstances?
Very important. I know a lot of reverts that haven't got this will or this service and they don't know about it. And when it's too late, as Abjol said, they've been buried as a Muslim, as a Christian, or they've been cremated, and it's very difficult to see that, especially when they've gone into the Deen and then they've suddenly become unwell, and just seeing that upsets me. So it's very important that us revert or converts, whatever you say, are able to get the service done. So.
Yusuf Bhai, obviously it's not just reverts, brothers and sisters. Tell us a little bit more about how our communities, Muslim communities who are born and brought up, or who actually live in the UK, is it also affecting us in the general way, or more specifically?
Okay. I mean, to be precise, I mean, it's not surprising. There are a lot of communities in this country are isolated. I mean, alhamdulillah, we are very fortunate. We have connected families and relatives, friends, but there are a lot of people who are very isolated. They live by themselves. They don't even have a strong community like we do. So when they become terminally ill, or when they become sick, or when they pass away, there isn't anybody to help or support them with the funeral. Even within our Bangladeshi community, we have that. Late last year, we had an auntie. Our Eden Care befrienders were befriending her, and she suddenly passed away. So we actually made contact with her family in Bangladesh. So her sons, for some reason, they couldn't come over, and she was here with her husband who passed away. She was quite elderly, and then we unfortunately had to arrange everything, including the funeral. And we are liaising with her sons in Bangladesh, and she had no one at all in this country. And we also now and then get people who doesn't have no legal status, and they don't have no documents. So when they pass away, it's so difficult to organize their funeral. And these are some of the things that we alhamdulillah do on behalf of the Muslims. Yeah. Just wanted to touch on the will service for revert Muslims. Brother Abu touched on. So currently we're dealing with around 3 to 4 revert Muslims to get their legal will done by our solicitor. Now they are scared because some of them are the only Muslims in their family, and they're scared that when they die, they will probably get a Christian burial or they will get cremated. So they're really scared. So this is where we come in as Muslim Burial Fund and Eden Care. So what we do is we provide them the legal will, and making sure that their wishes and they are right are not taken away by their family member. So when they pass away, Muslim Burial Fund has the right to basically carry out their funeral according to their wishes and faith. And NMBR is another one, National Muslim Burial Register. So we have a register, we keep them on our register, and we get informed by their family members or friends or neighbors once they pass away, and we carry out their funeral on their behalf as well. Alhamdulillah.
Abu Bay.
Yes,
Very quickly, Abu Bay, can we see? Yeah, very quickly. Tell us what the wider community can do to help and support us now. Yeah, Bay. How can people kind of like fulfill their responsibility? We've heard the importance. We've seen how important it is. What can people do now?
Well, one of the thing is we're continuously are in need of volunteers to provide the telephone befriending service that we have. It's very important, I have to say to you. There are people who are very much in need. Also, we are providing the warm food program, food to people who are isolated, affected by COVID. Because we know many of the elders, some of them have COVID, they are isolated. We want you to come and help us. You can go into our website. There are plenty of information there how you can get involved, or you can just donate. We're going on Channel S this Friday, and we want you to watch the program and maybe make a small donation and encourage your friends to donate, or you just could become a friend of Muslim Burial Fund or friend of Eden Care, and you can fundraise for us. You can have tea gatherings, or you can during your birthday you can ask your friends and family to donate a small donation towards your link. So there's multiple ways of getting involved. if you want to get involved with burials, you may also do that. So I would say, everyone, please, if you're watching, please call in, or on Friday, this Friday that's coming, please watch us on channel S, and it's Sky 777, and we're going to be on from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. I think.
Yes. Okay. Away. Jazakallah. Let's talk about a little bit more about some of the campaigns that we're doing now. We've got the winter food campaign that's taking place under 13 Rivers Trust, and also we've got a fantastic partnership with Rooting Forum with the food distribution that they will be doing as well. So it is really, really good to join forces with community organizations and charity together. Now, everyone is aware that under COVID lockdown and the situation that we're under now. Financial strains are affecting everybody. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of businesses have lost a lot of their incomes, and economically, people are in dire state now at the moment. And sadly, we're in half-term holiday now as well. And there's those children that are on free school meals, may not get their free school meals or their meals at school, and now they're at home as well. So I know there are many different community organizations that have been supplying food. Alhamdulillah, we congratulate them and that's and appreciate the work that they're doing, and hopefully they will do more. And from 13 Rivers Trust, we're actually doing the same as well. So we're actually going to be making an appeal now to everybody. If anyone wants to volunteer, get involved with us. If you're a driver, we are actually going to be targeting East London, Tower Hamlet, Newham and Redbridge. We're going to be targeting those areas to provide that essential support. We want to be providing meals on Tuesdays for lunch period, and we're going to do some in the evening as well, and also on Thursdays. These are going to be our 2 days of distribution of food from 13 Rivers Trust, inshallah. So if you're someone who would like to practically get involved, obviously with COVID restrictions and that, we've got a system in place how that can be done. If you want to sign up, please go to 13 Rivers, 13riverstrust.co.uk and kind of register yourself, because we do need you to register so that then we can coordinate and organize the distribution. I want to thank the caterer who is also coming on board with us, who's going to be providing the meal. And also I want to kind of make an appeal to everybody. If you know any families, if you know any individuals who are isolated, who have who are dire need, and the financial circumstances requires that they need that help and support, please get in touch with us. Send us a message, and we will put them on our list as well. We are targeting some of our essential services and organizations that are providing support already, because they have groups of elderly people or people as their clients. We will be distributing some of the food to them, but obviously we want to distribute to wider population as well, Muslims and non-Muslims. It's not just for Muslims, it's for everybody, irrespective of people's faith and background and cultures. So please get in touch with us. So if you are watching this live Facebook broadcast now, please get other people engaged, because we want to get more people to realize that this is happening. We will be launching our winter food program next Tuesday and Thursday, inshallah. So please get involved with us. Abu Bay, how important is it that we do this, at least in the UK? We're actually doing this in East London. I know we've got a capacity to a certain amount of the food, but mashallah, we're also doing an appeal to raise more money in order to widen that capacity. Your thoughts on that?
It's very important. I think the community needs to respond. Community needs to help some of its most vulnerable members of its community. The elderly, the people who are isolated, they need help. People are scared. COVID-19. I myself, I had COVID-19 with my family, who also had COVID-19. And basically, it's a scary time, and I think the community do need to respond in a safe way, and do this. And we are piloting this for the winter period, and we do need your support. Like I said, if you are able to give your time, please contact us and help us with the delivery, regardless of which community you're from, which background, you just get involved and help out, because there are people who've given a lot to this country, their community, and they are now alone, afraid. And I think the human touch, seeing a human being, concern for them, is actually a very good thing for their mental and emotional well-being, inshallah. And Abjol, I forgot to mention, I had a few more questions. I didn't finish them.
Okay, yeah, go on. Yeah.
Can I finish them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, yours.
Basically, how many people die in England each year? Yusuf Bhai.
You caught me there. No idea. I need to look into that.
Okay. It's about 500,000 people die. Dawood, what are the main causes of death?
Cancer, road accidents, old age, the flu,
COVID-19.
Okay, heart failure and stroke. And 1 in 4 people in the UK die of cancer. Okay, Yusuf Bhai, quickly. I'll give Abjol Bhai one. Abjol Bhai, for you, how many people got infected with COVID worldwide? Is it 22 million, 30 million, 44 million?
Yeah, you got me on that one now.
No, sorry. Yeah, worldwide. Yeah.
33.
Yes. It's 44 million.
44.
Okay.
Yeah. Total death is 1.1 million. Dawood, how many coronavirus victims? No, they haven't died. They got COVID-19 in the UK as of 25th of August. Is it 33,000, 44,000, 55,000?
34,000.
It's 44,000. Okay, Yusuf, my last question. When was 13Rivers Trust registered as a charity?
2014.
2015 is correct.
Wow,
I just wanted to say, anybody who's watching, please like our page, share the page, call in, and watch us during our live appeal on Friday, this Friday, from on channel S, Sky 777, from 6 p.m. onward. The poster is there. Can you see a beautiful poster? Emergency COVID-19 appeal. Please call in, inshallah.
Yes. I was going to go to, well done, Awed. That was really good, because I think, that was a really good icebreaker in the middle of the discussion. That was fantastic. Yeah, it was good that I kind of like took over and kind of like, this all fell in at the right place. Dawood, very quickly, yeah. You live on your own. Obviously, your relatives are really far away. The closest relative is you got me and Abu Bhai and Yusuf Bhai. Yeah. How does it feel like to kind of be on your own, especially in this COVID period now? Financially, obviously, a lot of people are struggling. There's a lot of homeless people out on the streets as well. It must be really difficult. What's your opinion?
It was quite difficult, especially in the beginning, especially in was it March, April? I was like really. In my life, I've never been that bad, that depressed. I was really down. I was thinking, I was quite unwell as well. I had the COVID. It was just quite difficult to be honest, and food was difficult to get. It was just the support was difficult. It was just meeting people, socializing. What I normally did went out the window, and it was quite difficult to be honest. But alhamdulillah, things got better, and now I'm back to normal now. But things at the beginning were very difficult for me. So,
I mean, COVID hit you quite hardly as well, didn't it?
Yeah, I was in hospital for a week. Yeah.
How did you get through? How did you get through that period?
It was very difficult. I was just at home by myself. I was very unwell, blood vomiting, no taste, no smell, feeling dizzy, feeling sleepy. I was like, no one could come and visit me, obviously. So it was just Yeah, it was a difficult time for me. It was probably most difficult time I've ever gone through. But alhamdulillah, now I come out stronger. So.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Inshallah, now that we as a community got a better community response now, we want to ensure that communities are utilizing their strengths amongst themselves. And this is why it's very important that we do a call out for volunteers. Brothers and sisters, get involved. If you would like to drive and deliver some of the food for us, please get involved. Contact me, contact the organization. We're looking for volunteers. If you're a cyclist, even better. If you enjoy cycling, please give us a call. We will help you and we will kind of prepare you so that you can kind of make those deliveries. And also, if people donate, then we will be able to expand that so that we can get a wider reach as well. So please also like our Facebook page, inshallah, so that will kind of help us to engage and give you more information as well. And please share it with everyone as well. Yeah. So let's go to our fourth video. And then after the fourth video, we're going to come and talk about more about what's going to happen on Friday. Yeah. Friday is a very important day. We will discuss more about Friday. So let's go to our third clip now.
When the Grenfell Tower fire struck, many expected that resources would be available in both dealing with the fire itself and the provisions on hand for those who had lost everything. Unfortunately, this tragic loss of life had been predicted by some of the deceased residents themselves. Many of the first responders were not people in uniform, but it was the Muslim residents themselves who were awake during the nights of Ramadan and alerted their neighbours about the impending inferno that was about to engulf their entire building. Charities and members of the public from all walks of life came to Grenfell whilst the tower was still ablaze and during the immediate aftermath. They provided food and donated whatever they could in order to relieve some of the suffering for those who were able to make it out alive. But all the goodwill shown could still not prevent the tragic loss of life, and the majority of the victims were from an ethnic minority Muslim background. According to Islamic funeral rites, the deceased should be buried within 24 hours. However, due to the severe nature of the fire, this just wasn't possible. For many families, burying their loved ones became extremely difficult, and although there were impromptu funeral prayers that were performed immediately after the tragedy, bodies were still yet to be identified, and you can imagine because of the ferocity of the fire itself, many were just unrecognisable. Full Islamic funeral rites were still to be performed several weeks after the fire, and when the coroner's confirmation for the causes of death were confirmed, for the majority, this simply was consistent with the effects of fire. Eden Care, a charity that's been providing end-of-life support for needy people, came to Grenfell during the immediate aftermath and, along with its partners, offered free burial support for all those affected by the fire. So far, the charity has supported 42 funerals for Grenfell. That's over half the official number of deceased identified by the Metropolitan Police. But due to the nature of the tragedy, the effort involved to coordinate the funerals had brought about many of its own unique challenges. Although the government has promised financial assistance for those who have been made homeless in the fire, burying the Grenfell deceased still requires a level of dedication and expertise that very few organisations have been able to offer. Thankfully, Eden Care, along with its partners, had been able to bury the Grenfell deceased without any financial burden for the remaining family members and friends. Unexpected deaths can happen at any time and at any place. No family should be worried about burying their own loved ones, especially in this most tragic of circumstances. How can a parent bury their own children? And how can an entire generation of family perish in one single night in this most prosperous of cities?
This is the worst thing I will remember in my life. I saw my uncle from the 17th floor. He opened the window and he kept shouting, "Please help us, get us out." And he was saying Allah's name and all this. And I kept looking at his helpless
not losing one member of my family, but losing all 5, the whole entire family. I don't have my parents anymore, and you only get one set of parents in this world, and I had 3 siblings. They're all gone in the space of a couple of hours after leaving their house. They're all gone.
Eden Care will continue serving the needs of Grenfell, and the work of the charity extends beyond the tragedy itself. Some may say that charity is never a substitute for public welfare, but most Muslims in the UK take it upon themselves to deliver a portion of their wealth to those less fortunate. Until the government and local authorities decide to reduce burial costs for all, small charities like Eden Care will continue to meet the needs for some of the most disadvantaged people in our society.
Wow, another memory that kind of like haunts many of us, those of us who had the opportunity to go and help out there. I've got to say big jazakallah to all those community organizations and charities that were there supporting, and Eden Care and Muslim Burial being at the forefront, inshallah. You know, if that service wasn't available, can you imagine, you know, the reality and the difficulty that those families would have faced? Traumatic as it is, they would have faced the grim harshness of many of those bodies would have probably been cremated. Yeah, so alhamdulillah to all those brothers and sisters, the volunteers, and also those who donated chunks of their wealth in order to kind of make sure that they help others. Yeah, we want to talk about a little bit more about what's happening on Friday. Abu Bay, are you still with me? Yes,
I am.
Yeah. All right, Friday is a very important day. Yusuf Bhai, you ready for Friday?
Inshallah.
Yeah, okay. Dawood, you're going to be helping us on Friday as well, yes?
Okay, some good. Special guest coming along. So what's the space?
So right, so we're going to have some special guests coming on board on live in the studio, and some are going to be doing Zoom connection in order for them to kind of communicate because of COVID restrictions that applies. So what we need to do for everyone, please, brothers and sisters, put down in your notes that this Friday on Channel S, there's going to be a fundraising appeal that's taking place. And inshallah, we'll be there. Abu Bay will be there live, and I will be doing a live streaming show simultaneously. We're doing something quite different, quite unique. While we have the live show taking place, we'll have another live show taking place on social media as well. We're going to be targeting 2 different audiences at the same time. I'll have more discussions and more interaction with all those who are on social media. Abu Bay, what are you going to be doing on the channel?
Alhamdulillah, I'm going to be, although I didn't want to, but I'm going to be asked to go on TV and try to take as many calls and get people to donate. You've watched the Grenfell fire victim video. We buried 42 of the Grenfell fire victim. With the COVID victims, we've supported during the COVID period. We supported 88 plus people with burial support. Then we offered the PPE equipment. Now we're providing the warm food. We're providing the befriending service to people who are isolated. And it's important, you hear a lot about Eden Care and Muslim Burial Fund. Now, today I'm just going to mention about 13Rivers Trust. That's the main charity. And 13Rivers Trust is an energetic and dynamic charity. We focus our work around people who are greatest in need, if they are young people, elderly people, communities left behind by mainstream society. And our mission is to transform the lives of individuals and leave lasting legacies. I mean, we'll always be remembered for helping the Grenfell fire victims and also supporting with the COVID burials. We were, people were in a lockdown, but we were out there supporting so many burials. I was saying we would get every month 3 to 4 burial referrals every month. During the COVID time, we were getting on average 5 to 7 burial referrals a day. Also, Brother Yusuf just said earlier on, just this week alone, as the COVID is coming back, just this week alone, we received 4 burial referrals. Just today, we got a burial referral. And so we would need people to help us to give our brothers and sisters a burial with dignity. And at the same time, people who are alive, help them with the befriending, help them with the warm food. And, we need you to come. 80% or 85% of our work is UK based as a charity, and helping the most needy is what we is enshrined in our core documents of 13 Rivers Trust.
Jazakallah way. Yeah, we're actually coming to the end of the show now, inshallah. So what we want to do is quickly wrap up. Let's go to Brother Yusuf. Yusuf, very quickly, we've got a couple of minutes. Last few words, and please motivate our audience in watching. This Friday, inshallah. Yeah, because the Friday is very important for us.
Before I do that, I just wanted to touch on something very important, which is affordable burials. Now, up and around the country, burials is very expensive and it's keep going up. So what we have been trying to do is to campaign to reduce the funeral cost. Now, places like Waltham Forest, Tar Hamlet Council, and a few other councils, they have subsidized the funeral cost. So this is due to some of the campaigns of local residents. So what I would like to urge Muslim community around the country, as well as partner up with the other communities to campaign and lobby their local authorities to have subsidized funeral or subsidized
and burial.
ground.
And that includes burial. That includes burial.
Yeah. All burials. Yeah. So this is very important. Otherwise, the price will keep going up, and the authority will promote the burning of the body, the cremation. So it's very important that organizations, mosques and institutions, they take up these issues and lobby their local authority to provide that service for the local area.
Just before Yusuf Bhai goes, just 2 messages I want to read out. Farhana Paruzaman, her message is, you have achieved so much in regards to helping people in need. It's nice to see the team bigger and stronger. And that's from Farhana. And I had, when we were asking the question, I had Miah, he actually got the answer right. The charity was registered in 2015.
Yusuf Bhai, your last.
We will be going live this Friday, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Would like to encourage and motivate everyone to tune in, listen, donate, and encourage others to come forward. Now, some of the ways people can get involved and help the charity is, number one, make referrals. People, those who are coming to end of life, refer them. Those who need support with hot meals and food, they can refer them to us. As well as when we make appeals, they can share the appeals on Facebook and WhatsApp and Twitter and Instagram, inshallah. And those stuff will be real help to this charity. Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah fi. Dawood, are you going to be one of our hardcore, strong volunteers? Are you going to continue volunteering and helping us?
Definitely. That's a promise.
Inshallah. And are you going to be helping us out on this Friday?
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
Inshallah. Yeah. Do you have any last messages for everyone?
No, just stay strong during this time. It's going to be a difficult 6 months, I think, maybe 4 months. So we've been there, but inshallah, once this is through, inshallah, things will get better. Inshallah, that's my hope. Inshallah.
Abu Bhai, your last words.
Well, before that, I had Miah sent a message. Please, everyone, this Friday, tune in and donate and support us so we can carry on with this noble work. and is involved with the burials at the front line, making sure that the burials happen in a dignified way. My message is, our work ranges from warm food to PPE equipment to we're trying to. Yusuf mentioned about changing policies around affordable burials and funeral services, so that people don't even have to think about this. So campaigning in your local area, and if you cannot do any of this, go to our website, muslimburialfund.co.uk. You can set up a standing order or make one-time donation. If you're a student, you really feel passionate. If you really feel passionate, get involved. Link up our work with your ISOC fundraising week. We'd be more than happy to help you, give you the tools and resources. And I look forward to seeing you all, or you seeing me and the guest on Channel S. But we do expect, call in, give us a message. We've got so many case studies to share with you. Brother Yusuf mentioned one brother. He came into the UK and he tried to get political asylum, and he couldn't for whatever reason, and he tried to cross back through the English Channel. You've never heard of these kind of things, crossing the English Channel with a rubber boat, and he drowned. He's a young man who drowned, and there wasn't anyone there to bury him. We, alhamdulillah, with your help and support, we buried our brother near Bristol in a funeral in the Meadows of Peace. So there are so many stories that we can share. Please watch, and inshallah, we look forward to your kind words, advice, and support. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah Yusuf Bhai, Jazakallah Dawood. It's always a pleasure to have you as a co-host, and hopefully you'll be also taking a lead in presenting this as well. Just to all our brothers and sisters out there who've had the opportunity to be with us, who spend that 1 hour with us, Jazakallah for your time. May Allah reward you for your time as well, and also for sharing and helping in order to get the message across to everyone as much as possible. Our work doesn't end, it just begins. Obviously, at the end of this show, you will have the opportunity to share it to all your friends and colleagues as well. Obviously, there's a lot of people who enjoy watching repeats as well. Many of our shows are actually watched after we've finished the show. So please do share it, because you don't know who might be inspired, who might benefit from it, and if someone does benefit from it and they do come forward and they contribute, or they become active, you'll get the reward for that, inshallah. There's no question asked. It is a unique unique in itself, the work that we're doing. There's no contradiction, there's no competition in that sense. So please, a lot of charities are doing a fantastic work out there. They're doing a lot of good work abroad as well, but we're doing something that's very essential for the kifaya for us, that we have to do in the UK. This Friday is a very important day. There's going to be two parts to it. We're going to have the major part, which is going to be on Channel S. We'd like to thank Channel S for giving us this opportunity, and also we would like to thank the community that's going to be involved and engaged, and who will be helping and supporting and donating on that day. So please, you will have the opportunity to donate. If you want to donate early, you can go to our webpage and you can donate on our webpage. The facility is there as well, inshallah. So please, brothers and sisters, inform and tell everyone that we're going to be live, making a live appeal this Friday, inshallah, from 6 o'clock all the way up to 2 o'clock. And what I will be doing is I'll be running an online Facebook live show as well. We'll have more interaction, we'll have more comments. I'll interview a lot of people a little bit more in depth who go on the main show and they come off, and I'll get them on our online streaming show as well. So we're going to do this concurrently. We need your help and support. If you would like to become a guest, please message me or contact me. I'll be more than happy to get you on the show as a guest. If you want to support our winter food program, please get involved. You can get involved by become one of our drivers, distributors. You can also donate and help to help us to reach more wider people. So on that particular note, from all our brothers and sisters from 13 Rivers Trust, all our guests that are on the studio, and everyone who's been watching us, until the next show next week, and more importantly, the show that's coming this Friday. On that note, inshallah, Jazakallah to everyone for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Mumin.